Byzantium is a staple in all Paradox games, so I thought I'd give forming them a shot. What I don't realize is that I need these areas, and so I end up giving some territory that I need to the Austrians. You have no idea the pain I feel rewatching this footage. Right lads, it's time for our obligatory Byzantium playthrough, where we're going to be playing as Greece and trying to reclaim the Byzantine lands. And forming some nice little things along the way and taking some little decisions like annexing the Ionian Islands. So Greece starts off in a pretty precarious position with less than 1 million GDP, less than 1 million population, a decent amount of literacy. We've got some institutions such as education and the police force, but unfortunately we have very few natural resources and some belligerent neighbors. In this little journal, which sort of acts as a, well, what would you call it? Like a sort of a decentralized mission tree almost, where it sort of gives you like lots of objectives. That might be familiar if you're, part of EU4 and you play with a mission tree or a focus tree. If you're playing Hoi4 or if you play CK3, then congratulations on taking the glue stick out of your mouth for a little bit of time to watch this video. I don't know why I've just come after CK3 and enjoyed it. I like CK3, so I don't know. It's quite a big part of my channel. I just went after him. So if we research nationalism, then we can take the Greek state, which will give us claims on these regions, which will then trigger the Megali idea, and we get even more claims. But to do that, we have to conquer parts of the Ottoman Empire, and I'm going to try and do that through allies and strength of economy. So here's my plan. I am going to build a lot of wood, because we don't have that much wood, and also we have a lot of fabric, so I can use fabric and wood to create things like furniture, and clothes, and ships. So it's kind of important that I do that. So we're probably going to be taking a loss initially. We are going to be building up all of our logging industry and then trying to export furniture and clothes to not just our people, but the people of the world. Let's start researching academia because I want a highly educated population. Yeah, we'll see how well this goes. Our GDP is mostly made up of wood and fabric over here, fish and grain here, and well, fish here. So in terms of decrees, I think that we need to encourage agriculture here, encourage resources here and here. Let's also grab some social mobility in each province. Is going to try and get some education. What that does is it increases qualifications and education access. In the meantime, we need to be improving relations with people who don't like the Ottomans and also the Ionians so we can annex them later. So that includes the British, the Russians, and the Austrians. The British are already cordial, so let's stop improving relations and let's improve relations with the Austrians. They're already sort of protective towards us, so that's nice. A monument to the king. Yeah, sure, great, some prestige. So yeah, we start out as a minor power, rank number 35, and it's going to be a bit rough. But it's okay, we'll be fine. Make a decent amount of money from ships, maybe we should do that. But here's the thing. I could create an economy based on exporting ships, and maybe I've done that before. Maybe I've played this playthrough before for 5 hours, but didn't, unmute my mic, so it was just a recording of 5 hours of me in silence. So I know for a fact that if we build an economy based on exporting ships, eventually our economy will collapse. It's a very hard start, but it'll be fun. At least we're not Serbian. Oh, we also have a king. His name is King Otto von Witzelbach. We can't form personal unions, unfortunately. Oh, we have an heir. Ugh, what's wrong with him? Oh, he got bigger. He's a moderate, which that's nice. He's part of the landowners. Of course, we know this. Oh, man. Now, there's academia unlocked. We're going to go for mass communication and try and get nationalism as early as possible so we can annex the Ionian Islands. We can do that by clicking this button here. It can take 7 years to research, though. We're probably better off researching something else in the meantime, like better production to feed our people. So if I go over to our journal, we can annex the Ionian Islands, provided that we research nationalism, they like us, and the Greeks like us. So that should be fine. We can get a defensive pact with this lot. That'd be wonderful. -51. Not that far off. Oh, it looks like the Greeks are fighting the Egyptians. Not the Greeks. I'm the Greeks. The Ottomans are fighting the Egyptians. And it looks like the Egyptians are winning heavily. Oh, nice. The new admirals just turned up. Excellent. Good job, bud. Let's see. Would anyone back us if I asked for this province back? Austria might side with us. Okay, our cash reserves are filling up quite rapidly. So what I am going to do is create a construction sector. Construction sector makes building stuff a little bit more expensive. But it is quicker. But I can also just get rid of the construction sector when I'm done with it. So as you can see here, we're getting temporary national expenses because we're actually purchasing the goods required. So you just suddenly saw our income start to go down and down because we use up our stockpile of domestic wood and then we have to import it. Right, I'm going to improve relations with people who are involved in this sphere, like Russia and France and everyone else, so that they're more likely to not take the Ottoman side when I inevitably have to fight them. It does look like the Egyptians could win this, but I think the Egyptians will do it. They want to conquer Eastern Thrace, which would be horrible for us, considering, you know, we want Eastern Thrace. So a white peace between these two would be fantastic. Fortunately, the Egyptians are stomping the Ottomans. I kind of like... What the hell is this? Diplomatic play. Okay, I'm not going to get involved in that. I do like the fact that sometimes the Egyptians win, sometimes the Turks win. It's sometimes it's a white peace. It's a very back and forth sort of region, this. I reckon it's going to be white peace, considering they've just pushed back a bit. And it's all about how much your economy and people will allow you to fight. So as you can see, Egyptian war support rapidly declining. What I really like is you can see the cost of war to each nation as well. Damn, the Ottomans have lost a lot of troops. So I don't want the Egyptians to win, because otherwise they'll take Eastern Thrace, and that's going to be horrible for me to try and take back. Because the Ottomans have that whole, you know, sick man of Europe thing going on. Okay, we are almost done building every single logging camp that we can. Which means now we're going to focus on building furniture. It looks like we're going to lose money, and we probably will, but I'm going to build it anyway. I'm looking to join an international market. Okay, I don't want to be importing furniture. Also, what I want to do is bolster industrialists, because I need them to be the dominant guys in my cabinet, my government. Okay, income just went down. Why are people go bankrupt? I think I might have just screwed up my economy. It's fine. Okay, I need to export some wood to keep the price of wood up. There you go. I'll make things profitable, which gives people more money for taxes, and we continue on our day. So what happened there was the logging camps really weren't useful for the time being, but they're okay now. All right, we're going to create some hardwood as well as some soft wood. And we probably need to raise consumption tax on something, because we're still losing money despite the fact we're not building anything. This has gone very poorly. All right, it's time to get rid of that construction sector. And now we can unpause this and we'll be fine. I'm surprised the Turks haven't peaced out here. Oh no. Diplomatic play. Humiliate Spain. They want to conquer Tunisia. Oh boy. The Egyptians are close to wanting to make peace. Now it's the Ottomans that don't want to peace out. What? It's a white peace. Oh, no, it wasn't. Oh, God, they took Eastern Thrace. Okay, that makes our life easier initially, but then really hard later. So the Ottomans have been sort of neutered a bit. As you can see, their GDP just dropped a lot, because Eastern Thrace is a very, very, very useful province. And that's actually skyrocketed. Oh, nice. Industrials become part of the government. Thank you very much. And it gets rid of our obligation with them. I will take that. Okay, we're also going to export some hardwood. And I think that something else I should be doing is, if I go over to my military, I can save some money by dropping them down to not paying for cannons. People want me to enact a presidential republic. Maybe. I'm going to go over here and bolster industrialists to try and get people to join that interest group. The thing is, the Egyptians aren't exactly more powerful than the Ottomans for the most part. I think that losing Constantinople is kind of huge for them. I'll be intrigued to see how this goes. I've never seen this one before. You want to create a university? I can't afford that, so I'm going to have it, and then we'll see. Because I'm pretty sure that'll just destroy my economy. Let's have a look. See the money going down? Yeah, I'm getting rid of it. GDP is doing all right, which is nice. All right, we have that furniture lot. So the issue is that the price of wood is kind of high, and there's no market for clothing, furniture. So I'm going to try and increase the price by selling it to the Egyptians. And that should increase the price sufficiently such that it's worth it. And then if I stop exporting wood as well, that should help. A lot of this is click and hope, I'm not going to lie. But that should drop the price of wood to the point where it's now useful to create furniture in our nation. I can support more declared interests. Okay. I owe a lot of obligations to people, and presumably because they helped me out prior to the game start to get my independence. So I owe an obligation to Britain, Russia, and also France. Okay, let's get that construction sector up and running again. Build another one of those. They're really, really quick to build, so that's always nice. Now, how's our fabrics doing? Still have a slight bonus on that. We have a negative of fish, grain, a few other things. So maybe we start doing that grain stuff, but I don't want to regress the economy. People are always going to need grain, right? So let's do that. Help them out a little bit. Yeah, no one actually lives in the Peloponnese for the most part. They've all left. I mean, there's still like 100,000 of them, but they've all moved over here. Okay, if we decline, that's not good. So we have to join them. We're entering into a customs union with the French. So what that means is we're going to join their market. So that could be very, very, very profitable for us. Let's have a look at what the French market's struggling with. Tools, furniture. A lot of furniture. So let's just start exporting furniture. Actually, do they have any dyes? Because we could start exporting luxury furniture and luxury clothing if they have silk. Okay, this could be interesting. We're going to give this a shot. Because that gives us access to tools, right? So let's see what we can do here. This could make us a lot of money, and this could also destroy our economy. Because we're going to be importing a lot of things here. Specifically tools. Probably don't need grain as much anymore. Wood, iron is a good thing to have, and also clippers. Good thing to sell. Right, you know what? Let's keep expanding the furniture side of things. Really focus on furniture. We're going to build great clothing for everyone. We're going to be so stylish. And then people are going to sit on their stylish chairs. It's going to be, it's going to be wonderful. Okay, I get a defensive pact with the Austrians. I'd love to get in alliance with someone else. Okay, we're going to make our construction more expensive, but it's going to be a lot quicker. Our GDP is growing. We're now at number 52 worldwide. We'll keep an eye on that. And our people have a better standard of living. All right, I'd love to get my legitimacy up a little bit. Is there anything that I could implement that would please the masses? Autocracy. Now, the industrialists wouldn't like it, and I kind of want to keep them as happy as possible. They are the biggest interest group right now, after all. Oh, wonderful. So, we have the Greek state. The rise of nationalism has created an irredentant desire amongst us to incorporate all the lands of the Greek people under a single Greek state. We've cast aside centuries of Ottoman rule to bring the Greek state into being. Yet it is not enough. Many of our countrymen still live under the oppressive yoke of foreign rule, yearning for a country they can call their own. This dream can only be realized through the annexation of all the Greek lands, which we will achieve with or without the consent of their occupiers. Our claim to this land is irrefutable, which gives us loads of claims on these regions. Now, we need stuff that's going to help our furniture. I think that was the furniture one, isn't it? Yeah, precision tools. We got not nitroglycerin. Okay, we're next going to be starting to create some iron mines, so we should probably get atmospheric pumps. So now that's done, we can go ahead and annex the Ionian Islands. Through careful negotiations, Great Britain agreed to cede the Ionian Islands to Greece. Wonderful. And we take over the islands themselves. What do they have here? They have shipyards. That's okay. That's fine. But shipyards are kind of cheap, so you're probably going to go bankrupt. Yeah, this is a defunct factory. What else do you have? Do you have anything else of value? Or is it just that? We got some fishing wolves, I suppose. Some livestock ranches. We actually have more loyalists than radicals, which is a very strange thing for me. Usually that's never the case. Apparently wood's kind of expensive. How's that handling our furniture stuff? It's still fine because we don't rely on wood exclusively, but hardwood and wood is kind of bad. So what if we go over to our logging camps and we improve their efficiency? That'll hopefully drop the price of wood and hardwood, but tools themselves are going to be an issue. That's fine. We'll rely on the French to pick up tools, but we are making a lot of money now, lads. Well, that's also because our capitalists, because our industrialists love us, are paying for the buildings themselves. They see advantage in the markets that we create, and we're hurtling up. We're now number 34 worldwide. We've gone up 20 places in terms of GDP. And Britain is in Persia. So Sardinia Piedmont would face us, but Austria would side with us. I'm tempted to go for it and fight the war. So with this excess cash, let's pay our troops an actual wage. Because we have a professional army in Greece. So what this means is that we can have up to 100 barracks max level. Each barracks gives you 1 battalion, right? Obviously you have to pay for it. But it means we have very, very few conscripts that we can call up. Whereas if we had national militia, we could mobilize more battalions, but we would have a fewer barracks available to us to be built. So we've gone for the professional route, which means a smaller army. But I guess we could technically have a larger one. But we don't have the money for that, so not really. We're going to spread this out a little bit and go to the Western Aegean Islands. Just one. In fact, I kind of want to concentrate my industry, so instead we're not going to build any furniture manufacturers. We're going to start building this steel industry of ours. Iron mines first. Nah, there's no one. It sees that as zero peasants. That means that people aren't going to be there to work, right? There's already a shortage. So if I build in these areas, it's going to be a bit useless. So I can't do that. Let's diversify a little bit and go into clothes. Because we have fabrics. We're now struggling for employable population. If only we had more Greeks. You know what? I'm not paying for the army. I'd rather build up our industry first. Right, we're going to export clippers because we need to increase the price of this. You know, the furniture manufacturers are going nicely. I do want to shore up my military just a little bit. What if we built an arms industry? I want to start making a munitions factory. I like this. This is a dumb idea. I shouldn't be doing it, but I think it'd be kind of funny. We'll improve relations with Britain and with the two Sicilies. We do a defensive pact with Austria. That could be very useful. We would owe them an obligation, but to be fair, we owe everyone obligations. So let's just bank on that. Unfortunately, Austria is already allied to Sicily's. Does, however, mean they're less likely to oppose me if I try and take Ottoman lands. All right, let's build another construction sector. I'm really, like, hyper-urbanizing my lands over here. Okay, so our textile mills, we're going to make them fancy, which means we're going to have to import dyes and also silk. But that should work, and we're going to expand them as well. And our populace is getting highly educated, which is wonderful. I kind of want to increase that education, which I can do here. So what that does is increases education access by a further 10%. And because we have religious schools, it also converts them to orthodoxy. So that'll be useful for when we're conquering Ottoman lands. We do have a bit of turmoil. Let's keep probing to see if anyone would join us. France might side with us. And unfortunately, Sardinia Piedmont would side with him. But if I can get France on side, he would destroy the Ottomans. And, well, Sardinia Piedmont. It's just a case of whether I would survive in that time. And our economy has crashed. I don't know how, but it has. Okay, hardwood is expensive. Let's import it. We also need to be exporting you to increase the price. I'm going to get rid of our construction sectors. Pretty sure I just made a lot of people homeless. Okay, why aren't you making money? Yeah, hardwood's just ridiculously expensive. Let's pause our construction. Try and get back some of our reserves. Try and make you more profitable. There we go. Come on. Come on. Just slowly dropping the production of price of hardwood. We want this stuff to be cheap, this stuff to be expensive. It's the wages as well. So if we can get a water stew boiler, we would lose a lot of the cost of wages. But to be fair, the wages then we get back in taxes. So it's sort of a bit of a, give and take. Yeah, Greeks have this super special ability in this game of foresight. So I now know that I should probably offer France something before I offer anyone else anything. So let's offer France Piedmont Treaty Port. That gets him on side. And let's offer you a Hoots Treaty Port. And that should make him back down. There's no way he fights this. We have literally 5 times their troops. He'll 100% back down. Not even going to mobilize. And that should give us access to Thessaly, which has some government administration. It has a textile mill. That's okay. We'll upgrade you. But more importantly, it has a GDP of 655,000. As you can see, it's now ours. There's a decent amount of turmoil here, but that should tick down. And let's change out these buildings to something a little bit more akin to our economy. Get everyone employed, and our GDP jumps up to number 27. All right, fully employed, and it makes a lot of money. Wonderful. Wait, do you have iron? No, you don't. We can only do the Peloponnese. Okay, let's have a look at these next areas that I want to take, which I can take in 5 years. Everyone's unemployed. Because I kind of want to do a steel mill. Okay, let's create government administration in Attica to try and help with our bureaucratic issues. So we've got low market access. Attica has low market access. Can't really do too much about that. Why do you have low market access? Nah, my infrastructure's bad. Let's not build in Attica then. So I had a decree for road maintenance. That helps it, and that gives 100%. Wonderful. And we make a lot of money. Okay, resume this. Let's not build in Attica. How about that? I'm tempted to go for the steel mill in Thessaly. I don't know how. We'd import coal. Iron's quite cheap in this. Okay, let's do it. Why not? Let's figure it out. Infrastructure using 7 of 11, 1 of 5, 7 of 11. Yeah, we could build a government infrastructure thing here. Government administration in Thessaly. All right, I'm assuming you just make nothing now. Yeah, you're no real contribution. It's all just concentrated in these 2 areas. Okay. That's why my income shot up. So let's stop with this decree. And let's see what you produce. Clothes, so manufacturing. Okay. And I'm assuming you're the same. Yeah, luxury furniture is our main GDP. It's nicely spread out. Okay. So we are going to issue a decree. We're going to remove the resource manufacturing industry. And we're going to encourage our manufacturing, not resource manufacturing. Come on. All right, I'm tempted now to build a university. Not in Attica, though, because we're really running out of workers. I'm tempted to subsidize some areas down here to try and get them to move into the Peloponnesian. Yeah, let's give it a go. We're going to subsidize that. And then we're going to issue a decree to go to the Peloponnesian region. It's got high attraction because standard living is good, it's sparsely populated, and it's good jobs. And that means we should be building in here. So let's build some iron mines and a construction center down there. Because we can afford it. I can actually afford to make my troops a thing. And this is actually really important. So that recovery rate is kind of big. We don't want people dying in the streets. Besom process, no. We want railways. I'm going to try and like really highly industrialize as quickly as we possibly can. There just aren't really the people here. Just build 1 iron mine. Standard living just fell off a cliff for some reason. Oh, the Egyptians are coming once more. That's unfortunate. What are you fighting for? East Aegean Islands Treaty Port. I do not like that. Next time that they get involved, I'm going to declare an interest in Anatolia. And the next time they get involved, I'll have to side on the side of the Ottomans, which sounds strange, but keeps the balance of power in check. Yeah, so look, the steel mill's doing quite nicely, actually. Oh, we get mechanized workshops. Let's give that a shot. Sewing machines. All right. We're going to get the cost of wages down by getting mechanized wombs. Looms. Let's just go for pure military shipbuilding on you. Grab some market squares to improve on that. Right, we're making a lot more money. Nice. We just need a larger population now, because that's the limiting factor. We have 80,000 people. How many people? 20,000 here, 42,000 here. I'm trying to make the Peloponnese an actual place that people go to, but it's not exactly working. I want railways, and then I can build some railways here to improve our infrastructure so we can build even more. I'm going to really like centralize that. What the hell is going off here? Devastation. Did they take it? Yep. They took it. No one's going to live in the Peloponnese. Get some sulfur mines going, technically. No one lives here. Thessaly has a lot of peasants. Okay, let's start industrializing Thessaly a little bit. What do you do well? Just the steel mills, man. They're super profitable. Actually, these are quite good as well. And you got the population for it, so let's do that. Got a university here. Where's our university? Is the university up here? Yeah, it is. Fully staffed. Nice. Subsidize the steel mill. I don't need the... Anything that employs fewer laborers is really good for us. A steam donkey. We need about 4,000 laborers. Tripoli wishes to enter into a defensive pact. No thanks. Well, I'm good, Tripoli. Tripoli now wants an alliance. No. Serbia, I'm not doing a defensive pact with you either. When can we go to war with the Ottomans again? 55. June 55. Tripolitania wants to join our customs union. Can I... I'm not allowed to accept that, Chief. I don't know why you're telling me. I'm not head of this. Did you think that this French market was headed by the Greece? Do you know who France is? Meanwhile, Mexico and the US are at war. Yeah, they don't... It doesn't look like they're going to be doing too well. Yeah, Africa's now run out of peasants. Some of the construction sector going in Thessaly. And we're going to keep building universities because, like I said, I think we need to basically modernize with electricity and railway cars and that sort of stuff. Okay, we can build railways. Let's start going electricity. Okay, I'm going to build the railway first and then subsidize it. Then motor industries could be quite useful in Thessaly. That's going to use steel. Just build one of those to create the demand. And then the motor industry will be used in the railways. I know it seems weird that I'm doing it backwards, but initially we'll import it and I just want to start building up the economy from there. Looks like you're trying to take a Trabzon treaty port. Okay, declare neutrality. And then I can declare my own play to return my states back to me. So if you don't mind, I swear a lot of people here. Are you actually fighting? Nah, you gave up. All right, Austria, take treaty port in... What's the Bruges? Up there? Yeah, sure, I'll give you that. All right, and they probably will back down. So let's ask for Western Thrace and Aegean Islands. 4 people join me. Dude, everyone would get involved here. They'll 100% back down. Okay, these guys only have food industries. They don't really have too much. It's only a GDP of 276, but it is more people, and that's what I need right now. Population of 500,000. That'll increase us by like 25%. Hopefully they'll disseminate amongst others. What the hell is this? I don't know if I want to do that, Chief. Switch over to your customs union? Am I allowed to do that? I'm built around the French customs union. That's going to upset a lot of people. Oh, we got it. Okay, what is here? Let's have a look. Buildings. Yeah, let's upgrade you to the best possible thing we can do. What's your infrastructure like? How much are you using? Oh, only 6? Right, we have a new state to industrialize, boys. Ooh, a chemical plant. That'd be good for fertilizer. We use a lot of fertilizer. Yeah, let's do that. Build a couple of those. First things first, though, I would love to build a construction sector in you because we have the spare cash. Okay, what's the Austrian market like? Oh, man, we suddenly lost a lot of money. It's all temporary, though, and that's kind of the point. There's no point having, like, this line here of, like, gold reserves. There's no point having it high. You really don't want it. I need to only 7 Greek homeland states. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 1 more. If I try and do a play against... it's too high. Let's start damaging relations against Greece. Greece against the Egyptians. Because you need to have lower relations to be able to do something like that. Damage relations with Greece. Let's improve relations with the Russians. Right. And now we take the gamble with our economy. Because we're going to build some railways down here in Athens. To try and help the infrastructure. Which is going to create a demand for engines. Which we don't actually have right now. I'm sure anyone has. Actually, it gives us a lot of coal and iron to work with. So our steel mills should be laughing. Yeah, they're doing great. And this could potentially mean I don't have to hire as many laborers. Why are you in turmoil? Come on, come down. All right, you know what we're going to do? We're going to improve our police force. Fair chunk. All right, here goes the railway. That's done. What the hell is this? Mining accident. Ah, well, what a shame. Anyway, so that's our railway. We're automatically subsidizing it. And that's, so engines and coal is what it needs. So we're now building the engine side of things to make it a bit more profitable. It's actually starting to make money, but railways are kind of expensive. Let's consume -5. No, I want cargo privatization. Privately owned. That's absolutely what we want it to be. We have steam trays currently. Doesn't actually cost us that much to run. And now we have our motor industry. Subsidize it. Unfortunately, coal is extremely expensive. If I can't say. You know what? We'll let the armed forces figure that one out. Really need to drop the price of steel. It is dropping. To create demand for engines, we might have gone a bit far. I've overreached a bit here. Always add a consumption tax, I suppose. So I'm okay with things as is. Once we get rid of that tax waste as well, should be good. That'll be helped on by... Well, let's increase some of that as well. Okay, electricity is being generated. Let's focus on our energy industry first, and then we can start thinking about other stuff. Yeah, just keep the steel mills going. That's the key part. If the steel mills go well. I'm gambling with our economy here. If this goes well, we should shoot up through the rankings as we've been doing. Okay, so we have to submit and become the subject, and they'll give us an obligation if we do that. I'm not going to do that. I like my independence. Just add a principle. The Greeks are not people to be subjugated. Construction center throughput. That sounds pretty good to me. We have no opium. Also, no way of getting opium. Thessaly has low market access. Okay, well, we can use a decree for that. To do some road maintenance. How's my trains doing? Yeah, it's losing me a decent chunk, but that's fine. Helps with the standard. Look at that standard living. Look at that. Middling. Everyone's doing all right. We've got a top hat. I've never actually had that before. Life's good for us. Do people actually live here? It's still going up a bit. I'm trying to subsidize this stupid mine, but I can only employ like 84 people. Let's do this. Start seeing if we can improve our iron production. This might get nasty. We use rail transportation as well. So our iron mines are pretty solid. Should help us a bit. Now, I kind of want to build a power plant because electricity will help us employ fewer workers. And it's the workers that we're kind of lacking. Let's keep expanding in Macedonia. Speaking of population, when can we could do that now. This one in like a year. Okay, let's do that one first then. Our economy is now number 19 worldwide. And our GDP per capita is number 10. Our people are living good. Despite the fact that our population is number 41. We've done remarkably well. Scandal. Oh no. Get them out of here. There's nothing under construction. But I'm also concerned about building anything. I'm still building Thessaly, I suppose. Let's build the motor industries over here. How's our motor industry here? If I don't subsidize you, you make money. Okay, good. That was a success then. So let's build another motor industries up here. Where there's turmoil is. What the hell is going on over here? Why is the steel mill not making money? Steel is kind of our thing. Oh, no. Subsidize. And subsidize. We need steel to hold firm. We need to drop the price of coal. Cannot let our industries collapse. So we need to be like taking quite a heavy touch in holding it together. The minimum expected is 7.4, but the average person has a 15.3 standard living. And our upper strata is prosperous, which is why it doesn't cost us anything to build. Okay, so that motor industry. Let's subsidize that as well. I'll give that a go to the Western Aegean Islands because I need people to have kids. We need a population to boom here. All right, and we're gonna try this power plant in Macedonia. Speaking of getting more population, let's see if we can rescue these lot. Because look, they're all unemployed. Look at this juicy population. 600,000. Oh, we can do so much with them. You still in turmoil? Yeah, you are. Just why? Oh, your infrastructure usage. Gonna build a railway here. You're using enough. You have like tons. Okay, cool. Okay, November this year. Because our capitalists, because they're wealthy, they take care of the construction. So I've made our people very wealthy, and they're taking that money and they're investing it back into the economy, leaving my money free to do things like have a professional army. This is the most like successful Victoria 3 campaign I've ever had, and I've played this obviously quite a bit. Apparently poorly, because Greece is my best nation so far. We're now 18th worldwide. I don't think you understand how insane that is GDP wise. Look, we have as much of a GDP as Brazil, with a population of like, look, there's no one else with a smaller population around here. I mean, there's the Dutch. We're not that far off the Ottoman Empire, who have like what, 7 times our population, or Egypt with 6 times, or Canada with 2 times. Like, I want to check the GDP per capita list. We're number 5 worldwide. And the other guys are just tiny little states. Apart from, you know, Norway. And apparently Cuba's a great place to live. Standard of living's pretty good as well. Ah, people run out of money. It's fine, we'll get it back for them. Right, we need more population. Something we desperately need. And so we are going to offer a treaty port in Libya? Could offer a Libyan treaty port. Let's do that. All right, so they've joined me. They're now worried, so we're gonna ask for all of our claims. Return the East Aegean Islands. Let's get some war operations going. I think that's all the maneuvers I can do. I've got 19 left. It's a bit much on the infamy side of things, though. Need to promote this guy and mobilize him. We're going to try and do something a little bit sneaky here. We are losing a lot of money because of that mobilization. That's fine. This lot are in turmoil. We're still... I really think the electricity industry is going to be big for us. We're going to have to subsidize it. Oh, what are you doing? Subsidize you. And, all right, we're at war. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to naval invade into Aydin. I don't think he'll expect it. I'm going to bank on the fact that the Austrians will hold my flank whilst I do this. All right, enemies intercepted him. Don't think he got through. Right, and with the capitulation of the Ottomans, the Greek state has been completed. So, the expansion of the Greek state has led to some of the most fervent nationalists propose an even more ambitious project, the restoration of the Byzantine Empire through the conquest of Eastern Thrace and Aydin. That which yesterday was seen in absurd pipe dreams now within our grasp. The purple phoenix will rise again. On the way, boys. Now, we could celebrate what we've already achieved. We could repatriate our people to Greece, which actually would be really super useful to move everyone in. Or Byzantium will be restored. We gained a claim on Eastern Thrace and Aydin as well, which is rather handy. Ooh, we get some mechanized looms. Let's get that going. Rotary valve engine. Just trying to unemploy my people. If you also leave and reload a save, it resets all your graphs, which is really annoying because you can't see what's going on anymore. Right, so what does Western Thrace have to offer beside being extremely devastated? Okay, I'm going to subsidize its glass works and everything else for now. Meanwhile, our electricity power plant is doing nicely indeed. Oh, you're not doing too well, are you? What's going on over here? We're lacking, like, standard clothing. I'm just going to subsidize everything until things stabilize. It's a shortage of dyes. Okay. We need to also improve our ports because we need more clippers. Some convoys, sorry. So let's improve them in areas that their infrastructure is a bit low, like here. Get a port going in Larissa. Yeah, I'm sorting it out. We also need a lot of opium. Also, our military can be improved, which is nice. The skirmish infantry. So let's do that. And also let's make sure we give them medicine and artillery. Now, what we can do here, because we just unlocked sports, is we can revive the Olympic Games, which is going to reduce our bureaucracy by 20%. So, if we go on a little bit of a spree of building a bunch of government administration everywhere, that'll increase our bureaucracy to the point where we can do something with that. Also, I want this area, because look how profitable it'll be. There's 2 million people, almost double our population, and that GDP. Look at that taxation capacity. They can't do that. So if I were to technically go and ask for this back, Russia, Austria would join me. I might even be able to get it myself, to be honest. Let's have a look here. Inputs, goods shortages, inactive trade routes. It's not so good. The Aegean Islands is isolated. Oh, over here. Okay. Is it? Why is your access so low? Do you not have a port? I don't think you have a port. Let me build a port for you. Kind of useless for me, but do it anyway. All right, devastation is almost gone in here. Excellent. And then it's just turmoil. Why is it going up? I'm not entering into a defensive pact with Serbia. It's not happening. All right, let's see. Bang. So we actually jump immediately up to a major power. Okay, we don't need these extra government administrations. We do need that port for our poor little lads over there. The Aegean. Okay. Market access everywhere is down. Why? Due to shipping lane effectiveness. Are you at war? Yeah. Yeah, you are. Okay, so we're just being raided, basically. That's fine. That'll go up soon. Power plants are doing quite well. How are the engines doing? Also kind of nicely. Steel's kind of high, so if we can produce some more steel, that'd be wonderful. Western Thrace actually is very valuable for steel. I'm spending a lot of money in subsidies. What am I subsidizing? I was subsidizing something down here, wasn't I? Yeah, you don't have enough explosives. You're suffering from a shortage of anything else? Opium, bullets. Right, don't need to subsidize you anymore. Wow, apparently I do. Okay, what's going on with our economy here, lads? What's happening? I don't think there's enough of a market for luxury clothes anymore. Okay, electric fences. Yeah, sure, why not? Ooh, electric sawmills. Do that. Alright, things are starting to hurt here. Why? What's going on? Shortage of electricity. Okay, I need to pump up those electricity plants. Okay, the economy is kind of hurting a little bit now. Mainly because of input shortages everywhere. But I think I just fixed it. I think it just dyes. Yeah, I'm running out of dyes. Everywhere else seems to have enough. Okay, yep, we're good. Right. That was terrifying, but we fixed it. Sometimes your economy will just start to free fall and you got to desperately figure out why very, very quickly. Okay, my issue with fighting the Egyptians is that I can't actually get to Egypt without having a decent... Oh, God. Is that shortage of electricity? Yeah, okay. We'll handle that soon. We can't get to... Oh, God. We can't get to Egypt. We'd have to navally land, and they have, I think, 9 flotillas. So we're going to have to build up our military complex. Let's upgrade you. Power the purse. Proud of the purse. We haven't really been researching naval technology in the slightest. Good. You still in turmoil? From what? Radical pops. Why are you radical? Tell me. Talk to me. Why? Low market access. Has everyone got low market access still? No, just Western Thrace. Is that because infrastructure use? Okay. Let's get you this new fancy thing called a railway. You'll love it. Right. And let's build up our naval capacity. I'm not giving you my freedom. It's not happening. I'm a great power. I'm a major power. I'm more important than Sweden. I've got a larger economy than Sweden as well. Okay, the Egyptians only have like 50 or so battalions, which we could probably beat on a good day. How many men do we have? We have like 20, 30? It's the flotillas. If we can get the flotillas going and I can retire you, I can give it all to this guy. Running 2 flotillas. Well, where are the other flotillas? Ah, Anatolian HQ. So there's 2 over there. That's fine. Still in turmoil. I've done nothing but help you, lads. It's because you're Turkish and Sunni, right? Okay, can I change my laws to make you, like, accepted? Also, let's get the intelligentsia in here and remove the landowners. That would not help. This government stuff still confuses me. Just get everyone in here. Like, removing the landowners who are small would reduce our legitimacy. I'm not sure why. All this stuff I don't need to subsidize anymore. I'm not subsidizing this logging camp, and I'm not subsidizing you. What am I actually subsidizing? Oh god, my economy's gone back into free fall. Okay. I want to diversify my economy a little bit. Okay, so this steel mill's not doing well. Why? The market price for steel's collapsed, and tools are high. Okay, let's export some steel and see if we can get that steel price up. Subsidize you in the meantime. This brutality. Ugh. Yeah, I can't exactly afford to not have police. Start importing some opium. Okay, and I'm prepping to start fighting the Egyptians. Subsidizing the steel mill is really painful. What the hell is wrong with you? Like, I kind of have to subsidize you, because otherwise you'll collapse. And that in turn will collapse my electricity and motor industries. I have to go for some basic tobacco plantations, to be honest, but that seems a bit regressed. Okay, we need the price of steel to go up, and we need to improve our motor industries. Thessaly, how you doing? Infrastructure? Yeah, okay, we're gonna upgrade your railways. Well, actually, I haven't built one in you. God, my apologies. And our GDP is dropping. Well, it's not dropping, it's just not growing exponentially like I usually have it. Alright, let's give this a go. The Russians might join against, which I'm not looking forward to. See if we can call them in for an obligation, which might mean that they're going to make me their subject, but I think it's worth it if I can take out Eastern Thrace. Crete, give me war reparations. Surely he'll back down. Come on, I can't afford a fight. This is just a massive bluff. Oh, come on. Back down, back down. Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, good. Right, we've taken the city the world's desire, boys. It's got a bit of turmoil. Let's see, what do we have here? We've got some furniture with the Hagia Sophia. That's nice. The textile mills here are kind of basic, so let's go ahead and downgrade in some cases and upgrade in others. We haven't really done anything with shipyards, so I guess you can just stay as is. Bureaucracy is now going to be hurting us. Okay, let's get rid of these naval bases. I'm also going to temporarily get rid of our army, pretty much. Because we're starting to lose a lot of money, and I kind of need to start reshuffling our economy, because our economy is not stable in the slightest right now. It's rather terrifying. And we suddenly have another 1 million people to deal with. Alright, see how this railway works. Should be subsidized, but it's going to be expensive. Okay, what's killing us now? Construction, that's fine. What's this? Credit the industrialists. Please, I love the industrialists. Okay, more radicals. Oh, I know what we can do. Instead of road maintenance, let us promote national values in these 2 areas. That, get rid of your infrastructure. A little bit, but not like horrifically. All right, and you never need it in the first place, but fine. Government wages are burning us. And for some reason, our national taxes just took a nosedive. Those are consumption taxes, okay. Tobacco makes us literally nothing. Tax on liquor would do us a lot better, so let's do that one instead. Okay, so we get rid of 25% tax waste. Let's see, how much does each one of these contribute? So it's -128. Is it not getting staffed or something? We'll need a bunch more. Peloponnese actually has peasants now, that's interesting. Might be able to start building you. Build a motor industry in Eastern Thrace, that'd be interesting. And also some electricity. Turmoil, can you start going down, please? Right, that was a bit touch and go, but I think we have sort of managed to get ourselves to a good state economically now. We're now number 12 worldwide. We've just we had to just deal with a sudden influx of, you know, what, an increase of about 30% of our population, which has taken the standard of living down a bit because these guys aren't exactly the best when it comes to standard of living. But we can change that, or build some railways and such here. Damn, you are losing a lot of money. How do I make you make money? Okay, good. We're making money off of it now. Just had to drop the price of coal a little bit. Okay, what's this? I like the intelligentsia. And government administration. Probably 2 more will do it. So bureaucracy's never a bad thing because we can increase our institutions. Ah, it's because my interest group is the landowners. Which is why these, like, I have to have the landowners around. The king agrees. That sucks. Okay, so can we move away from a monarchy? Oh, people would enjoy this a lot more. We need the intelligentsia in, like, around. So if I were to change over to, like, a parliamentary republic, I would need the intelligentsia to be a thing. It would radicalize some guys. So I don't know if we're ready for that. I don't really want to do anything to do with oil just yet. Okay, can we back down the Ottomans again? What do you reckon? Because we don't have any sort of, like, significant military to speak of. We're in the top lot through literally our prestige. Like, we could technically be a great power. We're not that far off. Damn. Dude, the French GDP. The French took out Spain. That's why their GDP is huge. Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay, if we're going to be trying to take back our lands, we should probably start paying our troops once more. Yeah, field hospitals. 35% recovery rate. Let's do it. We don't actually have that big of a population. So if we lost like 100,000 men, that sucks. It's a huge part of our pop right there. Still can't believe France took out Spain, man. It's literally called Victoria. They should have called it what? Louis Philippe III. Even Thrace is actually going to be a super valuable province for us. Especially once this turmoil really ticks down. Let's start building more bases for garrisons. I think we're going to have to start actually having some sort of military. Because we currently have 20 troops. It's not great. The Ottomans have 131. Stop bolstering that. And I'm going to start so I can't suppress you because they're in government. Well, let's keep bolstering you then. We want to annex the Krakauian peasant resort. Okay. Alright, time to mass mobilize, boys. Let's start getting an actual army together. Krakau's literally split in 2 there. If you're in your kitchen, then you're part of the peasant revolt. If you're in your living room, then you're part of the main Krakow government. So I got 30 of the finest troops. God, it's so slow and going down. There's just a lot of Turks here. A lot of Sunnis. Still think some more barracks are a good idea. In my mind, we need to be able to take out the Ottomans ourselves. What's this? Bicycle messengers. Yeah, okay. We'll make a consumption tax on wine. Why would I do that? I'm gonna become your protectorate, bro. So how many military do we have? We've got like 41 now. We also have a shortage of rubber. Bought that from the Brits. No shortages. Okay, you got opium. Well, you know. Do we even have... We don't even have a general. Like an admiral, sorry. We do have more troops in the Ottoman Empire's base troops. I see he's got lots of conscriptables, but that's fine. They'll take time. So I reckon we could blitzkrieg him. Let's give it a shot. Turn state. Aiden. Call in the Russians. An obligation, and let's mobilize everything. Mobilize, it's fine, don't care about increased week cost. Surely he'll fully mobilize as well, right? I just want Aiden. Right. Okay. He did it. He gave it to me. Rather useful. Okay, what do we got down here? Tools. Let's use some rotary valves. I don't really have a tools industry, so you might start to suffer, bud. Start using fertilizers, though. And produce more wine, because also we use consumption taxes for those. It's quite useful. Plastics, something interesting. Mechanized looms, sewing machine. What else do you have here? Ooh, tea. I'll go to the Egyptians. Literally, I don't even have much. Let's see if we can get them to return Crete to us. Get some Egyptian war operations going. We can sway some people, but I think we've already swayed everyone we can sway. Oh no, Prussia. Adana Treaty Port. That was good to me. And the Russians have joined the fray. I feel like we can beat the Russians. We do need to recruit Admiral. Sure about this, Russia? I'll grab Russian war operations. I'm surprised I can't take the Aegean Islands as part of the peace deal. Ah, East Aegean Islands Treaty Port. Yeah, we'll take that. Here we go. Let's do it. Right. Take out this lot. I'll try naval invading Crete. Let's see. It looks like our boys are pushing the Russians back, which is lovely. There's the battle for Malta, apparently. Oh no, so Matala. We've somehow managed to force our way into Crete. We've taken Crete. I think I could naval invade Lower Egypt. Surely not, right? Right, let's see if we can somehow jam our way into Cairo here. Oh, we've been intercepted navally, and he's taken us out. It's unfortunate. Okay, here's what we do. I want a larger stash of naval bases. All right, Montenegro's out. Meanwhile, let's go help advance the front up in Russia. Now that the Greeks are here, it should help us quite a bit. They're defending against the kidney stone bearing. Oh, okay. I'm leaving. I'm not suffering 28% attrition. Thank you very much. Ugh, 28%. Jesus Christ. How are you doing? How are your troops handling things? Shortage of man of wars. Let's start importing those. Rubber. Let's import some. We don't have any import options for rubber. Low market access everywhere, assuming because we're getting raided. Okay, we've got our war operations, which actually helps fund our war efforts here. Now, if they decline, what happens? They go to war with Greece. Okay, I think it's probably a good idea because we'd be fighting more troops, but we need to get around the Egyptians. So we are going to go ahead and violate the sovereignty of Turkey. And they've joined our enemies, which opens up a bunch new fronts. And we now need to react to that. All right, we forced them out here. The Austrians are also forcing them. We just can't have the Ottomans peace out before we manage to get into Egyptian territory. That's why I'm rushing. But goddamn, those diplomatic pacts are looking good. The Russian war operations really funding the Greek economy here. Okay, we've got nothing under construction. That's a mistake, isn't it? Our economy has been declining for a little bit. We could go to some tooling workshops, I suppose. Yeah, we got Minis and Thrace. They're used in all our industries, so why not? All right, forcing back. Are we in Egypt yet? I think we're about to be. All right, let's get a white piece of the trucial states, and we get all of the things that we wanted. So we get ourselves a treaty port, basically the Aegean Islands, Russian war operations, Egyptian war operations, and we return Crete to its rightful owner. And we control all our little stuff. There's some devastation and turmoil, but for the most part, lads, we're in really, really good shape. Not least because, well, the Egyptians and Russians are paying for our economy. So yeah, I was about to end the video just here and say, we formed Byzantium. But like I said at the start of this video, didn't actually know how to form a nation. So I have since gone back and played through very painfully in order to pursue the aim of actually forming Byzantium, because I know a lot of people complain. So enjoy that. I didn't. As you can see up top, we are losing a ridiculous amount of money. Our economy is in absolute freefall. But I have managed to take the decision here. The hell is that? North German Federation over here. That's fine. That's okay. Adriatic is natural German territory. Yeah, so it turns out you have to click nation formation, click here, and then you can form Byzantium. It wasn't worth it. I was having a great time. I was thriving. I had the 10th, I think, or 9th largest economy in the world, as you saw last. And then I found out that that's how you form a nation in this game, because I'm rather new to it. And so I formed Byzantium at the cost of my nation. Well, oh man, that Albanian treaty port was such a mistake. In any case, lads, if you did enjoy, please do make sure to like and subscribe. If you're liking Victoria 3, let me know in the comments down below if you want to see more content on this channel. Don't worry, I've not just abandoned EU4 completely, but I am enjoying Victoria 3, so I'm going to start maybe introducing it into the mix a bit more the same way I did with CK3 back in the day. So yeah, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye. Huge shout out to our patrons, most notably Charlie Damerell, Crilly, Flyerton, JDow52, Kargon, Sjalmi, Lewis Wright, Nicole's Christ, QA Shard, Redguard, and ShadowSinger. Your support means a lot, guys. Whilst you're here, you might as well click on another video. I mean, it's literally right there.